Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your own Instagram bot with Python. See, there's a lot of reasons why you might want to build your own Instagram bot, but I'm not going to go into all of them. But I think we'll just get started with the building straight away. But first, I'm going to talk about the functionality. So I think I'm going to do this video in two parts. I think in the first part we'll build a like feature, a follow feature, a login feature, and we'll build them all in a class called Instagram bot. And I think in part two, we'll build a feature that will allow us to get the followers of a user, a list of followers, and some other good stuff, which will be a bit more advanced. So let's just get started. There's going to be a few things that we're going to need before we can start coding. You're going to need Chromedriver, which you can download from this website. And you're going to want to check which version of Chrome you're running. So to do that, just click here and click Setting or Help and about Google Chrome. As you can see which version you're running here. And then just download the corresponding version from here. And then once that's done, you're going to want to get your code or your code editor. I'm using VS Code. And then open up a folder with Chromedriver in it. See, I've already made that folder here called IGBot tutorial. And once that's open, we're going to want to make a new file, and we'll call it instabot.py, just to keep it simple. And we're actually going to need we need to use a few packages here. So if you're new, well, if you don't have these installed, you're going to need to install them through terminal. And first we're going to need to install Selenium. I already have this installed, so. And then we're going to install Time. Yeah, we already have that. We already have this installed. There's no point in doing that. But yeah, Selenium is the main one. So from Selenium import WebDriver. Then from Selenium dot WebDriver dot common dot keys import. God, my typing's not working well today. Import keys with a capital K. And then we're going to want to import sleep as well from Time, because we're going to want the we don't want to click everything at once. We want to wait before clicks. Otherwise, we're going to get banned by Instagram. And let's just make the class Instagram bot. And first, we're going to define init. And this is what's going to run as soon as we make a class of Instagram bot. So when we run the class, we're going to want a new page or a new instance of Chrome to open up, and we're going to want to log ourselves in. So to do that, we're going to need to input a username and a password that we can use to log in, and then we'll say self.username equals username and self.password equals password. And next we're going to want to initialize a new window of Chrome. So self.driver equals webdriver.chrome. Now the reason we put the Chrome driver in the same folder is just to make it really easy for ourselves. So all we have to type here is /Chromedriver, and this should just open up a new instance of Chrome. And let's actually just try that quickly. We'll just make an instance of bot equals Instagram bot, and the username will be username 123, and the password will be password. So let's see if that works. Run. Okay, I spelled Selenium wrong. Let's try now. Okay, that's working well. Great. Now, what's next is we want to go to Instagram.com. We want to go to the login page. So let's say self dot, actually no, we'll save that for login. Let's make a function called login. So define login. We're not going to need any parameters because we've already input the username and password here. That's like when we make the class, so we don't need to write that again. So we'll use the same values, and then we'll say self.driver.get. We want to get the URL, which is going to be https instagram.com. I think it's this account's login. We're going to check. And then we'll call login here. Okay, perfect. So now we've got this page, and what we're going to want to do is send these two values to these two fields. So we're going to need to find the IDs or something about the fields which we can use to identify them. So let's inspect. Phone number, username, or email. Okay, that's good. So it's got a name, which is username. So that makes it really easy for us. We can just use username to identify that field. And for this one, hopefully it's just password as well. Yep, and it is password. So nice and easy. So self.driver.find element by class, find element by name, username. So that's going to be our username, and then we're going to send the keys self.username. So we're sending this value to this field, and then we're going to send the password to the password field in a sec. So we're going to do that now. Find element by name, password, and we're going to send the keys. We're going to send the password keys. Nice and simple. And let's just check if that's working. Yeah, okay, I think we need to sleep before. We need to let the page load. So we'll sleep for 2 seconds. There we go. Perfect. So now we've got that working nicely. And now we need to, we have two options here. We can either find this button and then we can click it, or an easier way, which I'm gonna do, is just to send the return key. So just to hit return. And that's why I imported the keys function, or the keys package from here. We're just gonna send a return key to the password field. So we'll just do self.driver.find element per name, so which is going to be the exact same as the one above, which is password. And we're going to send the keys we're going to send the keys with a capital K dot return in all caps, and that should work. Let's try it. Okay, working nicely. Perfect. Let's quit some of these open tabs because they're using a lot of energy. Okay, there we go. So we're pretty much logged in now. All we need to do is change this to a real account, which I'll do in a minute. For now, we could actually change this to make it a bit, we're using the same piece of code here twice. Let's try and make this a bit cleaner. Let's say password field equals self.driver.find element by name, password, and let's remove this and remove this. Let's say password field dot send keys to self password. That should work. That should work as well. It just looks a lot nicer. Oh, that's code. we go. So let's move on to, yeah, actually this is important. We're going to need to be able to navigate to a user. So let's say define nav user, and we're going to need to put a parameter into here, which is going to be the username, not the warning, just the user. And then we're going to want to get the username of an individual on Instagram. Let's just do Gary V. Let's see. Let's try and take this away. Okay, perfect. So it's really easy. It's just Instagram.com and then the username afterwards. So we could change that to anything, The Rock, and we'll get The Rock. Perfect. So what we have to do is just self.driver.get https instagram.com, and then we just have to add the user, which is going to be, let's say, The Rock. Let's try it. bot.nav user The Rock. So this should take us to The Rock's page now, as soon as we log in. Yeah, perfect. So that works nicely. And now that we've navigated to The Rock's page, or to the user's page, we can now start following or liking their photos. So the first thing we'll do is follow. We'll figure out how to do that. So let's inspect. Inspect. Okay. Okay, so I think we're going to use this text inside the button to specify, or to get the right element in the code. I think we'll use the XPath then. Yeah, let's see how many times that pops up on the page. 13 times, okay. Okay, that's fine, it's fine. The text was inside anyway, so it's okay. It was inside the tag. So now that we've got the define nav user working, let's do define like or follow user. And then we'll do self.user, just like before. And then we'll call the nav function on this. So we navigate to the user, we navigate to their page, and then we're going to want to find the follow button, which equals self.driver.find element by XPath. Find elements by XPath. Sorry, that was my phone. And then we're going to say it was a button element, so button contains text. There we go. And the text was follow. We have to add that. And since we're finding elements, we have to choose the first instance of it. Let's say 0. And then we'll click that button. So let's follow user instead of nav. Okay, perfect. So that will allow us to follow as soon as we log in. We'll do that in a minute though, not yet. So next we are going to like The Rock's photos, which is easy enough. So let's make a new function, define like post, or like user post. And we'll say self user, like before. And we'll navigate to the user like we did in the follow function. And now we are going to have to try and find this element. So let's inspect. Let's get in between the photos and inspect the row. Here we go. Now it can get quite tricky here. We need to try and find the right div. And this looks like the right one here, which has this class name, elapper. Let's just check. Elapper 2. Yeah, that seems to be right. Okay. So let's say photo equals self.driver.find element by class name, which was elapper, and we'll say photo.click. Like user post. Let's run it. I'm not sure this will work. I think it will. We might need to change something, but okay. Interesting. What have I written wrong here? Line 23, line 31. Can only concatenate string, not Instagram bot. To string. Okay, let's try that again. Let's sleep for 1 second. Don't know what happened there. Can only concatenate string. That's really weird. Usually that works. Only concatenate string, not Instagram bot. To string. Okay, let's just see if it's working with the follow. Aha, I see. Rookie mistake. I've typed self in here instead of user. So let's just quit all the Chrome windows. Okay, let's run it. And there we go, working really nicely, perfect. And once we've clicked this, we're going to want to click the like button. So let's find that element on the page. So let's inspect again, and okay, we found the button class, and it's called. Let's use this one, it looks a bit easier, afcap. Okay, so let's say let's start with one photo at a time. We'll say like button equals self.driver.find element by class name. Let's do elements by class name. And it was afcap. And we want the first one. Actually, let's check that just in case. Afcap. So the first one is not that one. It's the second one, which is the one we're looking for. So that's going to be 1, because 0 is the first one, and 1 is the second one in Python. And once we've got that, we're just going to want to click it. So like button dot click, and then after that's clicked, we're actually going to want to click this to move to the next photo, and then do the same thing. So we need to find this button as well. Okay. So this is a bit trickier. We're gonna use this text inside the next. So we're gonna have to use the X bar for that. And let's say next button equals self.driver.find element by X bar. And it's gonna be, it was an A tag, I think. So A contains text. And the text was next with a capital N, next. Okay. And we're just going to want to click it. So that should be it. Let's try it. So it logs in, perfect. Then it goes to the rocks page, clicks the photo, clicks the like button. It missed the like button. Now we have to add a sleep in here because we need the page to load. So we're going to do, we'll add 2 seconds in just to be safe. Sleep for 2 seconds and we'll run it again. Bam, there we go. So it does click it perfectly, but because that div pops up, it doesn't click this. So we're just gonna let this, we're gonna comment it out and just see if it works with the next button, just to make sure everything's working. Lovely. So both buttons are working perfectly, which is great. And that's all we need right now. So we've got the like function and the follow function. Let's say, well, we probably just don't want to like one photo. We probably want to like 3 or 4 photos from a user. So let's build a for loop which will allow us to do that. So we'll build a for loop for I in range, and we're gonna have to add a limit, which we'll put up here, and we'll say the limit is 3. 3 sounds reasonable. So for I in range 3, so 3 times it's gonna go through this liking and then clicking next. So it's gonna like 3 photos. And yeah, let's just see if it works. We'll just comment this out. The like, we just click the next button, and actually we'll add a sleep function in here for 1 second. So let's see. One, 2, and 3. So perfect. That's working perfectly. We're working really nicely. Let's kill these Chrome windows quickly. So we can comment this back in. We don't need to do much more here. We're pretty much done for the like post, for the like user post. I think we'll add in. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Let's say we want to like some like. Let's say we want to like a post with a certain hashtag. So let's say we want to scroll down the hashtags and like all the photos, and we'll say self and tag. So we can choose the tag, and we'll say self.driver.get. I have to say it's always Instagram, so instagram.com. And I'm just going to remove this here, this login, just so it goes quicker, so we don't waste so much time. And let's say like tag post, and we'll say the tag is nature. Okay, let's see if it works. Oh wait, of course it's not going to work. I need to... Oh. Hashtag nature Instagram. So we're looking at the ending here. We can ignore this last bit. All we're looking for is this. So it's explore tags. Okay. And then the variable, which is going to be the tag we want to use, which was nature here. So let's try it now, and it should load that page. Okay, and it does. Perfect. That's really good. So we're pretty much going to do the same thing where we find this element. And I think it's the same. I think it's avkep again. I'm just going to check. Check in between the photos, get the row. Oh yeah, it's elapper. That's the one. So I think we can copy a bit of this code over from here. Let's see. Let's just try and copy all of it. I don't think it will work, but let's just try. Okay, it didn't work. Line 46. Photo.click. Okay. That should actually work. But it's not. What have I done wrong? Let's just add a sleep in here, just to see if that's it. Let's say 2 seconds. Let's retry that. No. Okay. Div is not clickable at point. Other elements receive the click. Ah, okay, that's annoying. So this is in the way then. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to log in just to make it easier for ourselves. So I'm gonna use a really old account that I used to have, which is this, and the password is gonna be. No, don't worry, I'm gonna change this password after I release the video. So it's just for the tutorial, and I have to log in, of course, to run that. Okay, so we didn't get to log in though, so I assume that's because we don't have enough time. So let's sleep to that, let's rerun it, and we should be good to go. 1, 2, there we go, logged in. But it did not. That's interesting. $5.48. Okay, let's give it a few more seconds to work. Bam, there we go. Perfect. But it didn't click the like button, or we didn't. We have to add a limit, of course. I think we're gonna want to like more photos here, so let's say 10. limit is 10, and rerun it. I'm just closing these windows in the meantime. Let's go back here then, see if it works. It finds the div. Oh, I shouldn't have moved the mouse. That was annoying. Restart. I'm not going to move the mouse this time. There we go. There we go, it's working nicely. It's clicking that next button, but it's not clicking the like button. Let's try this. Yeah, I think that could be right. Let's have a look. Yes. Perfect, so we're liking all the photos here. Now we are going way too quickly though, we need to slow that down a lot. And if you're going to use this bot for like personal use, slow it down way more, like at least, for following people, probably like 40 seconds to like a few minutes maybe. For liking photos, you can probably get away with 10 seconds, but you know, try and be conservative because you know the Instagram algorithms they're quite difficult to beat. So just you know, don't abuse it. Anyway, let's close those windows. So yeah, that's working perfectly now. And let's see what else there is to do. I mean, that's the basic functionality I wanted to build in part 1, which is follow, like user, and like post. So I think that's all I really wanted to do. And let's see if it's all working then. Let's just have a look if it's all working. So like, let's say bot dot follow. We want to follow the rock, and we want to like. We want to like the last 3 posts by Usain Bolt, and we also want to like the last 10 posts from the tag health. We can change the limit to, let's say we want to do 3 here. We can change this to anything we want, but let's say 3. And let's see if that works. So run it. So first we should go to the rock and follow him. Lovely. Now we're going to Usain Bolt, like his first 3 photos. 1, 2, 3. I've really liked some of them, so yeah, unlike them, but that's okay. And the first 3 photos of health should be liked, so 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So that's working really, really well. And that's the really basic functionality of the bot. I mean, you could leave it like this, but it would be really difficult to use, and you may as well just use Instagram. And that's why we're going to build a lot more functionality in the next video. We're going to be able to put like lists inside of here, so the functions will be able to iterate over a list, and then you know, like multiple users' posts and follow multiple users at the same time. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. But we'll build that next time, I think. And I think that's enough for now. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, part 2 will be on my channel. So yeah, just click that and we'll get started where we left off. Yeah, peace.